So,
Yeah.
conscious of time, but also I think because it's really interesting, how did your career in the military progress? Because you ended up at quite a serious, senior position, and almost were. How did you find the journey?
Um, I suppose in many ways in the military, quite lucky because there is a uh, some people would disagree, but I feel there is a reasonable level of career management of individuals within the military. If you have an ability to say, hey, this is where I'd like to get to, this is what I want to achieve, this is maybe I'm particularly interested in this area of the military or this area or this area, this area, and you are then guided and given the opportunities or different courses to take you where you want to go, provided it's kind of obviously a contract, right? There's certain jobs that the military need done, and you might not want to do it, but you might get told no, you are going to go and do that job because that's what needs to be done. But the rest of it was quite good. So I kind of felt that had a degree of control over my career. I was able to shape it a little bit. I very definitely at one point wanted to go off and do something that I felt was really sort of at the front edge of things, and so found myself in a particular job at a relatively young age, with a lot of responsibility. Guiding jets and talking jets onto targets with the laser target markers and things, hiding under the bushes, trying to get them to the right place and to hit the right target. So you've got that fear factor and that operational factor of being out and a long way from home, and there's only a couple of you, trying to sort of do this particular job. But I also hit a point in time where, essentially I joined the Royal Marines in 1994 and I left in 2012. Well, if you look at the span of that time, you essentially have the back end of operations in Northern Ireland, then you're into Kosovo. There was a civil war in Georgia around about that point in time. Then you've got Iraq, you've got Afghanistan. Essentially, we were in a conflict pretty much the whole time I was in the military. So a lot of my development and learning and progression through the military was done in a very real situation, and in very real circumstances. And I think I'll always be grateful to that because it taught you what you needed to know in an incredibly applicable way, but also to be really rigorous about what you do, because if you get it wrong, then the consequences are going to be pretty catastrophic. And I kind of grew from those smaller junior levels, as most people would do in any organization, gradually up to working in Whitehall and in the government and working on the Afghan strategy.